Seniors, stop eating these 7 worst fruits. They are quietly ruining your leg strength, and most people have absolutely no idea it is happening. You eat healthy, you walk every morning, you follow every rule they tell you, and yet, your legs are getting weaker. Every step on the stairs feels heavier. Getting up from a chair takes longer than it used to. You tell yourself it is just aging. But what if it is not? What if something silent, something very small, is steadily stealing your strength little by little, every single day? You will not feel it when it happens. It does not hurt right away. But one morning your knee aches for no reason. Your calves feel weighed down. Your balance is off. And the truth is, it might start right here, in your very own fruit bowl at home. Because 7 types of fruit, yes, the ones we proudly call healthy, are quietly weakening your legs bite by bite. Do not panic. Just listen. In the next few minutes, I will show you exactly which fruits are the silent thieves and what to eat instead, so your legs stay steady, strong, and fully yours. You see, as we age, our bodies change in ways we rarely expect. Circulation weakens, metabolism slows, and foods that once supported us can silently start to work against us, especially certain fruits. They seem harmless, they taste sweet, but they contain acids, carbohydrates, and other compounds that spike blood sugar, trigger joint inflammation, and slowly but surely weaken your legs. What is the worst part? The damage happens gradually, quietly, almost imperceptibly, until one day you feel a sharp twinge in your calves, a persistent ache in your thighs, or a strange tightness in your knees after just a short walk. Today, we will reveal 7 fruits that anyone over 60 should approach with real caution, especially if you want to protect your legs from long-term damage, pain, and weakness. They may look completely harmless, but once you know the truth, you will never look at your fruit bowl the same way again. So stick with me to the end if you care about your strength and want to keep your legs stable, strong, and pain-free. Your body might be waiting for this wake-up call. But before we begin, if you care about your health, hit subscribe and turn on notifications, because here we reveal the truths that very few people are talking about. And I want to know if you are with me. If this video resonates with you, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. You have no idea how important your voice truly is. Let us start with the first fruit on our list. 7. Pineapple. Tropical, juicy, refreshing, and thanks to a compound called bromelain, pineapple has long been celebrated as a natural anti-inflammatory. Here is the twist. While many people genuinely believe pineapple reduces inflammation, it can actually be a silent culprit for seniors. Pineapple contains strong acids and natural sugars, and those sugars are not as harmless as they seem, especially if you are over 60. Here is what is actually happening inside your body. Our blood vessels become more fragile and sensitive as we age. They simply do not handle sugar spikes the way they once did. Even with its well-known benefits, pineapple still delivers a significant load of natural sugar into your bloodstream. What happens next? A blood sugar spike. The tiny, delicate blood vessels that feed your legs, feet, and muscles can be steadily damaged by that recurring spike. As circulation gradually declines over time, less oxygen reaches your legs. And you know where that leads: pain, fatigue, and persistent swelling. After a short walk, you feel that dull, dragging ache in your legs. When you stand up, your knees feel stiff, your ankles hurt, even if you have been sitting all day. There is more. Pineapple is also highly acidic. Beyond the sweetness, that acid can irritate your joints, especially if you already deal with inflammation or arthritis. It essentially pours fuel on the fire in your ankles, hips, and knees. Some people even notice their legs feel noticeably heavy after eating pineapple, as if their strength is slowly, quietly draining away. And there is something else worth knowing. If you are on medications, especially blood thinners, the enzyme bromelain can interact with certain drugs, making them either too strong or not effective enough. But the most dangerous part is this: pineapple does not cause obvious side effects, no visible signs, no immediate pain. Instead, it creeps in gradually until one day you realize you simply do not move the way you used to. Most seniors have no idea that the fruit they eat for health may be contributing to the year-by-year weakness in their legs. So what can you do? You do not have to hate pineapple, but you do need to be genuinely informed and careful, especially if you have been dealing with persistent leg pain or unexplained swelling. Now, if a fruit famed for anti-inflammatory properties can do this, what about the next one? Soft, delicious, and famous for boosting muscle strength, yet it might be quietly tricking you. 6. Bananas. Soft, sweet, and rich in potassium. Bananas are widely praised. People say they provide sustained energy, prevent cramps, and actively support muscles. But for older adults, the reality is more complicated. Bananas are high in natural sugars and fast-digesting carbohydrates. That means right after eating, your blood sugar rises quickly. And if that happens frequently, your body can begin resisting insulin. Blood flow weakens, systemic inflammation increases, and your legs pay the price. The result is a dull ache when walking or climbing stairs, a persistent heaviness in your legs after meals, and chronically tight calves. It does not stop there. Bananas can also cause your body to retain more fluid, especially if you have any underlying heart concerns. That leads to stiff joints, swollen feet, and puffy ankles. The effect is silent and cumulative. You eat them genuinely believing they are helping your muscles. Instead, they may be slowly and steadily draining your strength. The most unsettling part is that it does not hit right away. Over time, eating bananas regularly can make movement harder and discomfort worse. If you often feel heavy, aching, or swollen legs, bananas may not be as friendly as they look. 5. Grapes. Small, juicy, easy to snack on. They carry a clean reputation, heart-healthy, antioxidant-rich. But most people do not realize this. Older adults may experience real leg pain, stiffness, and inflammation after eating grapes regularly. Why? Because grapes contain high levels of fructose, a sugar absorbed directly by the liver and converted into fat and uric acid when the liver cannot fully process it. That is when the real harm begins, especially in the toes, ankles, and knees. Uric acid builds up in the joints. It causes intermittent pain, heat, and swelling, that nagging, relentless ache that makes even light walking genuinely difficult. Ever experienced a stabbing pain in your big toe at night? Sudden tightness in your calves with no clear explanation? Sometimes just a small handful of grapes is enough to raise uric acid to harmful levels, and it does not stop there. Fructose also fuels chronic, low-grade inflammation throughout your body. That means slower movement, increased pressure on your joints, and worsening stiffness over time. Grapes are also dangerously easy to overeat. They are small, convenient, and satisfying. Before you know it, you have had 2 or 3 cups, and the sugar has added up fast. So even though grapes appear to be a perfectly healthy snack, they can quietly reduce your flexibility and make your legs less comfortable and less capable as you age. 4. Watermelon. Light, refreshing, the celebrated symbol of summer hydration. Could this watery fruit be quietly harming your legs? It sounds strange, but yes. Watermelon has a very high glycemic index. That means it spikes blood sugar rapidly, almost like candy, despite feeling light and innocent. And those frequent spikes cause serious cumulative harm to seniors, especially in the legs. Here is what unfolds inside your body. When blood sugar shoots up, your body releases insulin. But in aging bodies, insulin regulation is significantly slower and less efficient. The result is inflammation, particularly in areas where circulation is already compromised. Where does it show up? Your calves, your ankles, your knees. Leg fatigue can set in right after eating, a dull, persistent ache during a brisk walk. Swelling around the ankles that does not seem to have a clear cause. Climbing stairs starts to feel like an enormous effort. Watermelon deceives you. You think you are hydrating. Meanwhile, your blood sugar is spiking, circulation is struggling, and your legs are absorbing the impact. Most people eat large amounts because it feels so light and refreshing. 1 slice becomes 2, then 3.
More sugar, more stress, more inflammation quietly building. If your watermelon intake has been high and your legs have felt more fatigued lately, it may be time to genuinely reconsider. 3. Oranges. Bright, fresh, and absolutely everywhere. Juices, supplements, breakfast plates. People widely say oranges boost immunity thanks to vitamin C. But oranges hide an uncomfortable truth for those over 60. Behind that vibrant citrus glow is significant acid, and your joints genuinely hate it. Oranges are highly acidic. While that sounds normal, it can quietly but consistently irritate joints, especially if your body is already battling inflammation, stiffness, or arthritis. You might notice your knees growing progressively stiffer in the morning, persistent hip discomfort, that uncomfortable heaviness in your legs after long periods of sitting, reduced mobility, more swelling. You chalk it up to aging, but that seemingly healthy habit of drinking orange juice every single morning could be contributing directly to the pain you are desperately trying to avoid. Here is what actually happens inside the body. The citric acid in oranges does not simply stay in the stomach. It enters the bloodstream and can aggravate delicate, already sensitive joint tissues. Combine that with the fruit's natural sugars, and you get recurring blood sugar fluctuations. The result is systemic inflammation that spreads to your knees, ankles, and calves, making every step heavier and more painful over time. Oranges may not significantly harm younger people, but in older bodies with aging joints and slower, less efficient circulation, the cumulative impact builds steadily. The hardest part is that you are doing it fully believing you are helping yourself, because oranges have long been deeply associated with good health. Now you have a clearer, more complete picture. 2. Green apples. They look crisp, clean, and natural. Many seniors genuinely believe they are the smarter, healthier pick, partly because they taste less sweet. A low-sugar snack that seems like a safe, responsible choice. But few realize that green apples can quietly and steadily cause fatigue, stiffness, and real leg pain. Two specific culprits are at work here: malic acid and hidden natural sugars. First, malic acid, the source of their distinctive tartness. Great for younger bodies, but genuinely harsh on aging digestion. Our gut lining becomes increasingly sensitive with age. Once inside the body, malic acid can irritate tissues, including joint tissues. Some older adults feel pronounced hip or thigh discomfort after eating apples. Others notice a mild heat in their feet or persistent tightness in their knees. It builds over time. Acid accumulates, and the pain shows up more and more frequently. Now, the sugar. Even though green apples taste less sweet than red ones, they still contain meaningful natural sugars. In seniors with a slower, less responsive metabolism, that sugar causes blood sugar swings. You may experience tired, heavy calves, nighttime cramps, uncomfortable morning stiffness, or real weakness when climbing stairs. The tricky part is that green apples are often eaten raw as a casual snack, sometimes right before bed. So the body is under constant, repeated exposure. They look clean and wholesome, but green apples may be quietly making walking harder, stiffening your joints, and making your nights more restless. Please subscribe right now and hit the bell. Every week we bring you science-backed truths that could change how you feel, how you move, and how well you age. Do not miss a single one. 1. Mango. Juicy, soft, almost candy sweet. Nearly everyone loves it, especially in the warmth of summer. But here is the real truth. Mango may be the single most harmful fruit for older adults dealing with weakened joints and leg pain. Why? Because it is loaded with natural sugar. Not a modest amount, but a serious, concentrated sugar punch that spikes your blood sugar hard and fast. If you are under 30 and physically active, your body can often manage it. But after 60, metabolism shifts in important ways. That sudden sugar rush triggers an insulin spike followed by a sharp crash. Each time this cycle repeats, your body produces deep inflammation within your joints, particularly in the soft, vulnerable tissues surrounding your ankles, hips, and knees. If you have any nerve sensitivity, you might feel a burning sensation in your toes, a persistent tingling, evening swelling around your feet, or a creeping heaviness rising steadily up your legs. Because mango feels so light and fresh and does not seem like a heavy meal, it is dangerously easy to eat a great deal of it. But that only compounds the problem. Your body does not respond to how light it feels. It responds directly to the sugar. Over time, that repeated sugar exposure can cause deepening joint pain, sluggish, effortful walking, and increasingly unsteady legs. Many seniors eat mangoes with complete confidence, believing they are choosing a natural, wholesome treat. And they are natural, yes, but natural does not always mean safe for aging circulation and vulnerable joints. This is the most important distinction most people are never told. Now you have seen the full picture. 7 fruits, all widely praised for health, each carrying a darker side for those over 60. The genuinely good news is that some fruits do the exact opposite. They actively build strong, resilient legs, reduce joint pain, and fight inflammation from the inside out. Let us talk about what you can eat instead, because choosing the right fruits does not just fill you up. It can genuinely help heal your body. First, berries. Blackberries, raspberries, and blueberries. These small but powerful fruits are among the most effective natural anti-inflammatories available to us. Low in sugar, rich in protective antioxidants, and remarkably gentle on blood sugar. Most importantly, they actively improve circulation, especially in the legs. They help you move more freely, fight chronic stiffness, and visibly reduce swelling over time. Next, cherries, in moderation. Cherries can help lower uric acid levels, meaningfully reducing the risk of gout and painful joint flare-ups. They soothe sore, inflamed joints and that burning sensation in your knees or toes. A small, intentional handful, not a large bowl, can bring real and lasting relief. Then there is avocado. Yes, it is technically a fruit, and it is among the very best choices for healthy, well-supported joints. It is rich in beneficial fats that reduce inflammation from the inside and genuinely cushion your joints. It also helps regulate insulin, providing steady, reliable energy without the blood sugar swings that damage circulation. Looking for something easy on digestion? Try papaya. The natural enzymes in this soft tropical fruit help reduce inflammation and actively support healthy digestion. It is gentle on aging joints and soothing on the stomach, a genuinely therapeutic choice. And do not overlook pears. Paired with a little fiber or protein, pears deliver a subtle, satisfying sweetness without overloading your system. They fuel your body without placing extra stress on your legs or joints. These fruits do not work against you, they actively support you. Let us close with a few words just for you. One thing is undeniably clear. If you have stayed with me this far, you care deeply about your future, your strength, and your lasting health. And I want you to hear this clearly and hold on to it. It is not too late to change. You still have real time to recover and rebuild. And you are absolutely not alone in this. Getting older is genuinely hard. The pain, the stiffness, the quiet fear of falling, it all creeps in. Sometimes it can make you feel as though your body is slowly fading beyond your control. But the truth is, you can take charge with small, smart, consistent adjustments. No extreme measures needed. One meal, one fruit, one intentional daily decision at a time. The fruits we discussed today are not toxic, but they may no longer be the best, most supportive choices for where your body is right now. And that is completely fine, because aging is not about giving up the things you love. It is about getting wiser, more aware, and more deliberate about what truly serves you. When you begin eating more mindfully and choosing foods that actively support your strength, your circulation, and your joints, you will notice the difference. Less pain in the morning, more flexibility throughout the day, calmer, lighter steps. The goal here has always been empowerment, never fear or restriction. Now, I genuinely want to hear from you. Share what you learned today and one change you are ready to make. Write it in the comments below. When we share openly, we all grow and lift each other up in ways that truly matter. If this video helped you or even opened your eyes just a little, Please hit like and subscribe so you never miss information that could meaningfully transform your health. Turn on the bell so you are always the first to know.